And it's fitting that Old Trafford, where in 1970 Chelsea and Leeds settled their differences in the longest FA Cup final, that it should now be the scene of the climax of the most prolonged League Cup final. And the loyal supporters of these two famous clubs, Everton at the Stretford end, one set of supporters are going to be rewarded tonight for their devotion. To Wembley they went first, then to Hillsborough 4 weeks ago tonight, and now here at Old Trafford they will see one team or the other win the Football League Cup. And in consideration of these fans, prices for this third meeting have been pegged back to make it cheaper for them to come and watch. But in the intervening period, there have been injuries in both camps. Aston Villa are without Andy Gray, so Ray Graydon plays up front. They're also without Carradus, so 18-year-old Gordon Cowans plays number 11. And at number 2, John Gidman may not be 100%. He's got a groin strain and was injected before the kickoff. The three officials the same as they were for the first two matches. In the centre there, Gordon Kew, the referee, who is in his last season. Everton have got greater reserve strength than Aston Villa, so although they're without 4 first-choice players, Kenyon and Jones in fact are injured, Rioch and Pedgic cup-tied, they can still call on an experienced squad. But the newcomer there to most people at number 2, 20-year-old Neil Robinson, who in fact played in the first leg of the semi-final against Bolton, but has not played in the league side this season. No place there for Duncan McKenzie, he's not in the 12. And Ron Saunders, the most successful manager ever in the Football League Cup, this his 4th final in 5 years. If it hadn't been for Bob Latchford scoring 30 seconds from the end at Hillsborough, this match would never have been necessary. Brian Little, who on his last appearance at Old Trafford scored a quite spectacular goal in the FA Cup against Manchester United. Martin Dobson, one of the Everton midfield trio, played superbly in the first half at Wembley. The two captains on the left, Mike Lyons, an Evertonian through and through, and on the right, Big Chris Nicol, the Aston Villa centre-half. Everybody's somewhat relieved, one feels, that tonight there will be a decision whether it's in normal time, extra time, or on penalty kicks. Gordon Lee, the manager of Everton, is he a messiah or is he merely a motivator? It's reported there are over 50,000 people in the ground, so the total attendance well over 200,000 now for these 3 matches. Everton in all blue are playing from left to right, and Villa are in the white shorts. Gidman hesitating there, and it may be costly. Ronnie Goodless. Pearson is in the middle, and Goodless tried his luck. John Burridge down for what may be a greasy ball, and Goodless, as you'll find out, is all left foot. Struck that from well outside the box, and Burridge turning it round. Mike Lyons in the familiar near post position for Everton. He almost got there. Little took advantage of that. Initiated by a fine ball from Mortimer. Andy King. That was Darracott. In fact, Everton have got 2 players wearing number 2, would you believe? A quite extraordinary thing has happened here. 2 players on the Everton side appear to me to be wearing the same number, which must be the first time it's ever happened in a cup final. That's Darracott playing at left back, and that's Robinson playing at right back. takes the free kick. And that came off properly for Everton's second corner. And it's quite remarkable, this, that both the Everton fullbacks are wearing the number 2 shirt. Dobson got in there, so did Latchford. Dean on the break, finds Mortimer. Offside against Ray Graydon. Only played one senior match, Ray Graydon, in the last 5 months, and it was here in the FA Cup 6th round. Goodless. Mortimer doing for Villa what Dobson is doing for Everton. Having a big say in the middle of the field. Properly. Nice ball it was. This is Dobson. The ground he's covered in the first half, Martin Dobson, quite remarkable. Dean. Properly, Cowans has made a run through, and that's who he's looking for. And when he needed it, he slipped when he needed his feet badly, but here's Graydon. And a thoughtful ball by Andy King out of defence. But the pressure is still on Everton. Here's Mortimer. Hamilton not getting it away. Gidman. Dean. The flag's up for offside, but the referee says play on. And play on there too. This final truly warming up now, and it's Villa doing more of the attacking in this phase. Graydon. Hit McNaught. That's Nicol and Pearson. Nicol winning it in the air. Phillips being put under pressure, but getting the free kick. Referee having a word with Jim Pearson and just telling him to cool it down. Hamilton getting caught again near his own penalty area. Happened 2 or 3 times. John Gidman will be hoping that the injection works for the 90 minutes. Certainly looked okay in the first half. Darricott. Goodless. Dobson, for once, wanted too long. This is Little to Graydon. Just Dean in the middle at the moment. Little is there now, but so was Hamilton. And Everton, for a side whose style has been criticised recently, have played with a measured stride in the first half. Here's Pearson to Latchford. Shown some thoughtful touches. It's Goodless. And Latchford was caught there by the tackle from behind. And that was Chris Nicholl, and that is the yellow card. The sort of challenge which upsets forwards, and is, I must say, despite the fact that Chris Nicholl's a good pro, it's an affront really to skillful play when players clatter in like that from behind. So, a caution for him and a free kick for Everton. McNaught came in and Latchford! Everton supporters celebrate, and Bob Latchford, who saved them in the second match, came in here as McNaught, number 5, won the header, and Latchford stole in to give Everton the lead in the 38th minute. And the purists might say there that justice was done. The tackle from behind was punished, and how heavily. And that is the first time in this League Cup final that Everton have been in front. And it's quite an experience to be inside a stadium with the Everton supporters making this sort of noise. Had a long, lean spell, but are they on their way to something here? Latchford, the man who scored, number 9. Here's Pearson. Good skills. Pearson preferred in the side to Duncan McKenzie, but showing he's got the same sort of close control in tight areas. Burridge held it well. Goodless has got Darracott going down the left wing, but he was fouled by Gidman. And at that moment, the referee blew for half-time, and it's the Everton supporters who give their side a tremendous ovation as they go on. Bob Latchford, who now, according to his claim, has scored 23 goals this season, and that may be seen to be one of the most important. He made this second replay necessary, did Latchford, and he's given Everton a head start in the third meeting. So a cup final which started in daylight continues under floodlights at Old Trafford. Terry Darracott, correctly numbered in the second half, now wearing 3. And Aston Villa, whose FA Cup dreams died here at Old Trafford when they lost to Manchester United, have now got 45 minutes in which to rescue their Football League hopes. Ron Saunders, manager of the side that won 2 years ago in this competition for Villa, as they start the second half now in white shorts, playing from the left. Dean to Graydon. Mortimer. It's fair to say that Villa have missed Carradus and Andy Gray rather more keenly than Everton have missed their absent friends. But here's Robson. And in the end, Dobson got a free kick after a persistent piece of play. The offender was Robinson. Well, Everton's goal came from a set piece at this end. And Villa have Nicola there in support, as well as Gidman. Mortimer. Cowan's shot deflected. And a corner. And the early minutes of the second half could be critical. Everton will have to weather the storm. And for the moment they do just that. Brian Little. Slight delay because John Dean is down. Looks like an injury to the left thigh there. And that's the last thing Villa wanted. Ron Saunders has played all his cards as far as attackers are concerned. The substitute is a fullback, Gordon Smith. The official attendance, 54,749, meaning that a total of some 210,000 people have watched the three matches. Mortimer. And as Villa commit themselves up front, they might leave themselves light at the back. That's going to be their problem in the second half. Until or unless they equalise. Here's Phillips. McNaught having a sound match. Dean against Lyons. And he just beat Braden to it. The combination between Latchford and Pearson is effective and interesting. They seem to be getting to know each other's play as every match goes on. Here's Latchford. It was behind Pearson, but it will be retrieved by King. Now Robinson. People were asking a few questions about Bob Latchford up until last season, but this year he's certainly begun to justify that £350,000 transfer fee. Still a stiff breeze blowing. Again, Dobson's power in the air important. Andy King wanting support outside from Robinson, who he's waiting for. Robson saw him. And forced King to go the other way. And that's changed the pattern. Here's Graydon. Gidman. There's so much eagerness about Everton. When one man is beaten, there's another blue shirt in close support. And Ronnie Goodless opening it out. Excellent challenge by Dean. Little. Made room for Cropley. Perhaps the clearest chance Villa have created. Set up by Dean, who won the ball and laid it off to Little. Little made space, saw the possibility of Cropley through, and he had to take it quickly and was well wide. What a great goal scorer, Alex Cropley, just 2 this season. Tremendous heritage about these two clubs. Villa, over 100 years old. Everton, who celebrate their centenary next year. Cropley. So Cowans. It's a good ball from him to Graydon. So much positive football from both sides in this final. Mortimer. Free kick against Dean. The middle has been largely locked up at that end by Lyons and McNaught for Everton. Protected their goalkeeper Lawson well. Robson thought he was fouled. This is Mortimer. And now it's Robson moving up. Latchford was fouled by Nicoll, who had his arm round his neck when they jumped. Latchford, an ever-willing target for Everton, who now push Lyons and McNaught forward, searching for number 2. Chipped in short for Pearson. And the big men weren't pleased about that. They've got to hurry back now, and there could be something on for Villa and Little. Splendid covering by young Robinson, though, to foil Little. The heavy mob were on their way back from the free kick. Here's Mortimer. Very few players have had a better season from the middle of the field than Dennis Mortimer of Aston Villa. And that was a surging run, which says so much about his play. The shot wasn't far away, and there was all sorts of disagreement in the Everton defence as to how that happened. And indeed, a row has broken out between Hamilton and Latchford. And the referee has had to pull Latchford away from his own player, who was Brian Hamilton. And for the first time now, Everton might be in disarray, and there could be an opening beckoning Aston Villa, who've suddenly begun to see more of the ball. And the free kick against Darricat. Just a feeling that the match might be drifting in Villa's direction. a small man, Brian Little truly gets up well. Often out-jumps players of several inches advantage over him. There's the confirmation of the crowd. Nicol. Jim Pearson. Dobson to Hamilton. Such good anticipation by Gidman there. He took on so much, it was almost too much. Here's Cowans for Villa. Little. Not a good clearance. Now it's Robson. Offside's been given. This will not count. In any case. Both Dean and Graydon were caught. So in this League Cup final, second replay, Everton lead still by 1-0. And the slip by McNaught has let in Little. Dean is going near post. And that's an unusual mistake for him. So much has been asked of these Aston Villa players these last few weeks. Now they're being asked to do even more. And their supporters, as ever, right behind them. I think the players would agree that this League Cup final belongs to the fans in many ways. They've made these long journeys and stayed with it. And for the moment, the Everton supporters look like getting the better reward. Mortimer. King. Too far ahead, though. Nicely turned back by Cowans to Gidman. Now Graydon. There's still a bounce and a buoyancy about Aston Villa that wouldn't be there in some teams. Not when they're a goal down anyway. One hour gone, and the Bob Latchford goal will become increasingly important as the minutes tick on. They believe it might win the Football League Cup. Goodless. Dobson. Dobson's control there and education. Here's Latchford. Got Nicol in quickly. Fine running by Brian Little. No, it wasn't a foul. Mike Lyons couldn't get out of the way. Little ran straight into him. Pearson to Latchford. Still Villa play with so much belief. They don't get the free kick, and here's Darricott. He's got Pearson to his left. And the pass may still find Latchford, but Burridge reading it very well indeed. It's turned back there by Gidman. This is Mortimer. And here he is again. Dean. That'll be a corner, I think. Looked to be deflected, Dean's shot. And Everton just again at odds with each other a little. There were some more words being exchanged in the defence. And the League Cup final still as competitive as it's been all the way through. Nicol getting up, and Dean as well. And the referee has already blown for a foul. By Dean, I think. Darricott, Goodless, Pearson, but Phillips and Gidman between them in control. And here's Gidman in attack. Inspiration that from Gidman, didn't quite come off, but it was great to see him try it. For a man who might not have played because of injury, he's doing a wonderful job. And indeed, one can't praise Villa too highly for the character with which they've come back in the early stages of this second half. Gidman again. It's a fair cross. Dean was there, and so was Lyons, who turned it out for a corner. Gidman suddenly lends himself to the Villa attack, and the cross that he produced there was teasing to the far post. Mike Lyons knocking it away. Little! Before this season, Everton had never been beyond the quarter-finals in the Football League Cup. Here they are now, less than half an hour away from winning it. Graydon. Dean up there, Cowan's trying to reach it, Graydon again! What a scramble, and Bob Latchford was there to turn it away. Robson. And Everton are now being thoroughly examined, and Aston Villa are in control at this stage. All they've got to guard against, though, is the quick break, which might happen now. King with Dobson just inside and Pearson in the box. Goodless outside. Offside. Ronnie Goodless, about whom you've got to say it's like a story really, because he has been with Everton since he left school, but wasn't in the first team until he was 22. Cropley. Mortimer. Little. Villa harrying Everton in the same way that they themselves were harried in the first half. Straight out. Hamilton. Graydon getting through a mountain of work. Nickel for Villa. Well judged pass out to Graydon. 3 in the centre waiting. 4 now. Hamilton. And now King. Must say that John Burridge in the Villa goal has been more as a spectator in the second half so far. Phillips. Timely headers by Dobson and then Goodless. A timely challenge from Darracott. Dobson. Return from Goodless. 2 players in the penalty area for Everton only. Perfect pass to Cropley. Took a savage blow, did Cropley, after the ball had gone. Robinson is going to be spoken to again, I suspect, for that. Ball had been released and Brian Hamilton just playing his part there in telling the youngster to cool down. In roughly the same position from which Everton scored following a free kick in the first half. And this time the Villa number 5, Nickel, is up at the back of the box, just as McNaught was. The kick not as well flighted, though. Everton, if they're going to retain this lead with any sort of comfort, have got to just step their pace up a little bit now, I think, especially in midfield. Goodless. Braden. Hamilton robbed by Mortimer, it could prove costly. Here's Dean. And now it's Phillips for Villa. The search for the equaliser goes on. Cropley. Villa pushing forward more and more, and Alex Cropley with the left foot shot, finding Lawson well positioned. Gordon Lee, the Everton manager, knowing he's some 20-odd minutes away from a major trophy. Didn't take over as manager until just before the semi-final of this competition. There's no doubt about that foul by John Robson. A slight piece of revenge there by Villa, because the recipient of the tackle was Neil Robinson, who had earlier fouled one of Robson's teammates. Lions getting up. Villa holding their breath for a moment, and they might again offside. The clash of heads preceding that was between Pearson and Leighton Phillips. Pearson, who was trying to head the ball on to Latchford, the player who was offside. Just see probably what happened here. The flag is eventually put up against Bob Latchford, but the collision, which you'll also see, was between Pearson and Phillips a little later. Every Villa player now doing his best to come forward and support the attack. They know that time is not on their side. Here's Little. Everton, who were enterprising and at times exciting in the first half, had to be stubborn and at times defensive in the second. Little. Good cross. Dean's header. Even without Andy Gray, Villa making something here in the air. Brian Little. It was a very good cross from a tight position, and John Dean coming in. So 15 minutes to go. If it stays like this, the trophy is going to Merseyside. But the Everton fans want to make it quite clear that it'll be Goodison Park this time, not Anfield. Hamilton. Good early ball from Andy King. And now Robinson with Everton forward in numbers here. Hamilton. King doing very, very well out there. And again he did, but Mortimer matching him. It's been that sort of match. Valuable contribution from everybody. Everton coming again. Goal kick given. These are exciting moments for Everton. Little. Turning away from Lyons. If Villa's shooting had been that little bit better, they might have got some reward for their pressure in the second half. Rashford. Copley, who was fouled. Well, Villa have certainly tested this Everton defence, but they haven't properly penetrated it yet. Mortimer's done more than anybody to forage in this sort of position. Robson getting there as well. But Latchford playing a full and important part. Mortimer again, properly. Cowans. Robson. Little. Graydon. Sweeping move by Villa. Cowans under it. Here's Mortimer. Cowans again. For a side who've been behind, Villa's play is still orderly and composed. Here's Nicol. Oh, yes! And you can't say they don't deserve it. And the sweet irony is that the man whose foul gave away the first goal makes up for it absolutely. Chris Nicol from what? 25 yards, maybe 30. A left foot shot, and Lawson perhaps got a hand to it but couldn't stop it. And so the League Cup final that refuses to lie down and die is all square again. Just 10 minutes left, and Aston Villa, having shown wonderful character and dominated most of the second half, get their reward. And Everton, I think, have perhaps paid the price for sitting on the lead rather than trying to capitalise on it. And now, could Villa come again and win it? Here's Little. And he's got there! Two it! And when the cup looked like going to Goodison Park, it suddenly looks as though it might be going to the Midlands. Brian Little battled for that ball. He beat the young fullback, and when the angle seemed impossible, he turned it back in past Lawson. That is Little's 9th goal in the League Cup alone this season. And as Chris Nicholl gets attention for an injury to his face, the match has turned upside down inside 60 seconds. There are 8 minutes to go now. Here's King for Everton. Corner. Extraordinary turnaround, but that's cup football for you. Lyons getting in, Dobson's there, and Lyons is there, and Lyons! Mike Lyons! It's 2-2! And now it's 3 goals in 4 minutes. Well, Mike Lyons is always a threat in the air from corners. Number 4, watch him. Got in there the first time. Now it'll be Dobson, number 8. Then a tremendous scramble. Lyons is there again, the bar, and Lyons again, the net. So the Everton captain ties things up again, and now we're at 2-2 with 7 minutes left. Well, anything they were guilty of at Wembley, they've more than made up for tonight in the name of entertainment, these two sides. This is a true cup final now, eventful and unpredictable. Goodless. Little having a marvellous match and finding properly. Graydon and Dean are in the centre. Mortimer. Don't forget extra time if it stays like this. And then, if need be, penalties. Goodless. Well, Villa were in the lead for such a short time, they hardly had time to realise they were in front. And the animation coming there from the Everton bench. And the booming noise from the Everton fans. Bewilderment on the face of some of the supporters, and not surprisingly so, with 3 goals going in there, one after the other. Now it's a free kick to Villa with 5 minutes left to be taken by Graydon. Offside, Gidman. Nil-nil at Wembley, 1-1 at Hillsborough, 2-2 at Old Trafford. Offside against Little this time. Nobody has done more than little, and probably Mortimer as well, I would single out, to keep Villa in the match. And to cause this double turnaround. Here's King. Pearson. Dobson. So Phillips now for Aston Villa, with both camps now surely thinking about extra time. Got 3 minutes left in this 90 minutes. Mortimer, nicely laid back for Cowans. Robson. Oh, Hamilton's mistake, Dean! Corner, it was deflected. A slip here by Brian Hamilton in the Everton defence, number 7. And Dean turning, and the defender just getting a foot there. Oh, it came back, and Little off the line. Here comes Phillips, and blocked by Hamilton, who really felt it. He's still down. But Everton will break away with Ronnie Goodless. And still Brian Hamilton, having blocked that last shot from Leighton Phillips, is on the floor. All that stemming from another Villa corner, and Everton, good covering here behind the goalkeeper, you'll see. As the ball comes out to Little, there are 3 men there to stop that shot. Darracott got his foot to it, and then Hamilton feels the meat of the ball from Phillips, and that's what caused the injury. Neither side has used their sub, and they might be pleased about that if extra time becomes a reality. Indeed, we're in the final minute now, and there'll be perhaps a couple of minutes of injury time to come after that. Nice ball from Pearson to Dobson, and here's Latchford. Well, it was in the last minute of normal time that Everton scored up at Hillsborough. Mortimer. Lovely pass. Cowans all the way out to Graydon. Dean is going near post, and Goodless in the way. Well, it was already the longest domestic cup final ever, but it's even longer now if we don't get a goal in these last moments of the full 90 minutes. It's just Pearson up front for Everton. He was fouled, surely. Latchford. Perhaps time for one last effort by Everton to settle it. Here's King. 3 waiting in the centre. We're well into injury time. Hamilton. And again. King. Latchford is closing in. Burridge doing just enough. And on the break, Villa may stretch Everton. Dean. 4 Villa players making their way into the centre. Robinson's tackle. Well, this last few minutes of normal time, so typical of the match. It's been first one side, then the other, pushing forward. And in every sense, a good cup final to watch. Cowans to Graydon. Mortimer made the run, and it may still run on for Dean. Little! And they've been playing now for 300 minutes in the League Cup final of 1977, and still you can't separate them. Gordon Lee on his way to talk to his team. They were ahead for so long, then they were behind, then they pulled back, and so now we've got a further half hour of extra time. The Spongemen and the Soothsayers have been on, and in the first period of extra time, the sides will be playing the same way as they were in the second half of normal time. Aston Villa from left to right. Pearson. Latchford. And now Dobson. Darricott. Wonder whether the feeling in the Everton camp may be that when they were 1 goal up, they could have done more. Although full marks to Villa because they made such a fight of this final. And you can't deny them extra time. Nor indeed Everton, who themselves fought back. Burridge bundled by Latchford, free kick. So it's Robson for Aston Villa. There's Latchford. Lyons and King. Villa were opened up there. Here's Latchford. Might have had the better chance earlier. Well, they've had their money's worth tonight, all right. Little. Pearson. Latchford. Pace of the game inevitably dropping a little now, but here's King for Everton to Robinson. Plenty of players forward. And as a result of that, Villa can break with Mortimer. They've got a man completely free on the right wing, it's Graydon. And Little will overlap now and make the extra man. Graydon used him well. Little just taking the attention of the defenders. Everton enjoying in extra time a greater share of the possession, which was the case early in the match. But you just can't suppress the fight in Aston Villa. This is Graydon. Now Little. Gidman is free on the right. And Gidman, in making that cross, has gone down, which means Villa are one short in defence as King comes forward. Pearson to Latchford. Gidman going off for attention. Villa momentarily down to 10 men. This is King. Goodless. Nice cross. Oh! Well, the cross deserved a better finish. Latchford and Pearson both close, but neither made it. Here's Mortimer. Gordon Smith waiting to come on for Villa. Ron Saunders has just checked on the Gidman injury. Goodless. So John Gidman, who did well to play for so long, having been injured prior to this match, is now off. The Scotsman Gordon Smith, who is a fullback, is his replacement. So no scoring in the first period of extra time. It's as you were at 2-2. Brian Little, who put Villa ahead at 2-1. Mike Lyons, who made it 2-2. Everton's turn now to make the substitution. Steve Sargent on in place of Jim Pearson. And I think that means a tactical change for Everton, and I fancy you'll see Mike Lyons playing in the attack now, number 4, alongside Latchford, and Sargent taking his place in the defence. We're just 15 minutes away from penalties to settle the League Cup final of 1977. Hamilton. Here's King. Battle of endurance it was at Hillsborough, and that's what it's become here too. Properly for Aston Villa. To Graydon. Villa now playing from the right, of course. And a foul there by Darracott. Dean was doing some shoving. Lyons. interception by Robson. Here's Mortimer, who still seems to find pace and energy from somewhere. Little. And he has two. Good save, but Cropley was in there and couldn't put it in. That's the nearest we've been to a goal in extra time. Now it's Robinson for Everton. Onside is Little. Lions. Fine try! Good save. Lions making his presence felt up there in this last desperate bid to snatch the cup for Everton. Burridge covering his near post well. McNaught coming in. Up to the strikers now. Here's Dobson. Both teams settling for simplicity if they're going to settle it within the normal playing time. Properly fouled by Hamilton. Just over 7 minutes of extra time left. And the score, as it was at the end of 90 minutes, is 2 goals each. Mortimer's chip, McNaught's header out, then Cropley. Again Mortimer. And some holding by Little. Still the supporters playing their part. They must be wondering exactly how this is all going to end. It's going to end on penalties if it stays like this, that's for sure. But it's been an awful long time for a cup match to be finally settled like that. At the end of this extra time, they'll have played 330 minutes. They've got 6 minutes of that time left. Robinson. Good play again by Cropley. He's put Little into some sort of assertive position here because he's got the substitute Smith outside him. Still Little. And it would have been a goal worthy of winning a cup final. Somewhere Little gets the stamina to make that kind of run, and his shot didn't miss by very much. McNaught. Latchford. Spreading wide is King. Goodless, Lyons and Latchford are waiting in the middle. Latchford still finding space in the penalty area at this late stage. Under 4 minutes left. Properly for Villa. The tackling as keen and as urgent as it was in the first half. Here's McNaught. King. There are two waiting over on the far post if he can possibly find them. Latchford is one, Goodless is the other. Latchford! And on the break now, Mortimer. Little is coming down outside him now. This is Dean. And a corner. Tension showing on the face of Ron Saunders. Well won by Goodless. Here's Phillips. Braden. Nicol is still forward. Valuable ground gain for Everton by Lawson's kick. Villa still looking very strong. The fitness for which they're noted is showing. This is Smith. Oh, and Little is going to score! Oh, what a terrible defensive disaster for Everton. And Brian Little, as the Villa bench get up, has scored what now surely, with only a minute and a half left in extra time, is the goal that wins the Football League Cup final. Gordon Smith was out wide. Now what happened here? One deflection, Darracott let it run, and Little stole in, nobody with him. His second, Villa's third. And so, a sting in the tail, and 1 minute left. Everton will be sickened if they're going to lose the cup to that sort of lapse of concentration. But Villa just prove again that they never ever give up. Smith, who made the cross, and he's made Cowans there too. There are two waiting in the centre. This is Cowans again with Braden. Little. The ball was out, I think. And there it is! Aston Villa have won the Football League Cup for the third time. Brian Little's goal, only about a minute from the end of extra time. And those supporters have every reason to celebrate. Tell me when to start talking, Alec, won't you? Please. Looks to me as though they're waiting for Gordon Lee to go first. Everton, whose performance here was beyond reproach. They led for so long, but having saved themselves just a minute from the end at Hillsborough, they are undone a minute from the end at Old Trafford. So Chris Nicholl, the captain of Aston Villa, to receive the Football League Cup from Lord Westwood. That trophy is what all the fuss has been about over the last 4.5 weeks. And finally, it's won by one of the most famous clubs in football, Aston Villa. Won by them for the third time.